The ceiling was hand sculpted. They just, and you know, I had some great people on that did that very quickly. Super talented sculptors who did both the trees and the ceiling, and even the reliefs in the background, the Greek style. And then for some concession things, um, the railings all were made from pre-bought. I wanted custom ones done, but we didn't have time for that. So all of that was just pre-bought and made and put into place. Our staircase in this was all custom from a super talented.
Well,
Um,
watching the staircase come to life was amazing.
wasn't it? I mean,
It really
how many
was. Watching
clamps?
them bend the railing and like
I think they must have every clamp in Hollywood on that
it was
staircase.
unbelievable. It's such a beautiful swirl and that curve that comes together. Um, Ryan, were you a part of the ceiling? Because you can teeny tiny see it, but there is the ceiling pops out so that lights can come in to light the set and everything. Structurally, how was that designing with
Well, I think it was a combination of it was everybody. It was laying out where the openings had to be for them
light
to drop their
boxes?
lights, and working with the DP was a
I
big
mean,
part
even
of
just
this.
luckily, Simon Dennis, who's our amazing cinematographer on our show, happens to live 5 minutes from me. So early on, even before he was really signed on to this, I had him come over and talk about a bunch of things. And this was one of it was the ceiling and where he would want ceiling pieces to pop out and how we would do that. And you know, would we have a hinging system? Would he even use it that much? So him and I and Ryan worked on that early on in the project,
Yeah.
to
Here,
some success.
and here's a short answer too, is that when I am working early on anything, and my bread and butter is 3D models, and that's always been my favorite thing, one of my favorite things to do. So I really, really love making 3D models. And I got to make a 3D model of this set. And I knew the reference that Jamie was looking for. I knew the movement she wanted on the ceiling. So for me, it's like figuring out in the computer how to make that look right to sell the idea. And then in that moment, I'm thinking, how are we really, how does this really happen? And that's what's cool, is it's easy for me to just make anything look like anything in a computer,
Right,
because I'm not tied to reality. I'm not tied
right.
to money. I'm not tied to physics, any of that stuff. So it's like, yeah, this is the vibe to get this to sell it. And then it's exciting to see how it's going to develop.